So I want to welcome everybody and taking a few minutes to review what we do here every day at United Cloud Partner Services. And at the end of this, of course, we're going to give you our method for you to all get a free tax analysis. And so we're all about tax planning, tax services, and we want to give you a complimentary free tax plan, tax evaluation. And so at the very end of this, we will cover just exactly how you're going to do that with us. And so let me cover our agenda, and then that will be the last few minutes of this quick 30 minutes. So we appreciate you coming, and our company is United Cloud Partner Services. Now, many of you have seen the link to RIA Cloud Team. And RIA Cloud Team is one of the products of our company. But we actually have 4 different products for advisors, financial advisors, lawyers even, accountants, all use our services for different purposes. And so we have 4 different versions of our cloud programs, and they're all geared a little differently. So that if you're an RIA and you don't want to offer tax services, but you just want tax planning, then you can join one product. If you're someone who wants to actually open a tax office and use tax marketing, is a slightly different product. But all of our products here, they're just products. They're not the company. The company is United Cloud Partner Services. And one thing I want to show you is our testimonials and our history. We've been here a very long time, more than 20 years pre-cloud. We were doing things by CD-ROMs and even way back cassette tapes. So yes, that's how old I am. I've been in the business 42 years and have always been doing advisor coaching and training, or at least for the majority of that. And I'm the CEO of a very tight ship. We have really talented people in our company. We don't usually hire anybody that needs training. We take industry insiders and we empower them, and we put them on the other side of our platform for you to utilize. So you won't find a lot of Cub Scouts inside our cloud. You'll find people that know what you're talking about and can help and facilitate when you need something. And so our mission statement means something to us. A lot of companies have mission statements on their websites and out in the public on social media. But if you asked any one of those employees, what is your mission statement, they don't know it. We know it because we live it. So our mission and our passion is to do everything we can do every day to help financial professionals, insurance professionals, CPAs, EAs, attorneys, and other related groups every day get one step closer to a perfect practice. That's our goal. So we have tools and systems that allow, excusez-moi, allow that facilitation. We can solve marketing problems. We can help you with your closing ratios. We can help you navigate social medias. We can help you do that staying compliant, and much, much more. But the real juice in our company and the real reason why everybody has a core value joins us is because of tax planning. So we have a testimonial page on our website. You can review it. And on our website, it talks about back years and years and years. These are all different people. Some are lawyers, some are financial advisors, some are family office owners, some are CPA firms talking about what we've done for their practices. And it goes back a long, long time. So one of the great things about not being a securities firm, we are a cloud tax help and marketing company, is that we're allowed to use testimonials, and these testimonials are real. We didn't type them. And you can go back and you can see for decades we've been helping advisors, and they come to our testimonials page, they give us 5-star ratings, and they rave. So we have a fan base, and we have that because we do what we say, and we do it when we say we're going to do it. That's a simple company activity, mantra, etc. So no more time on the company, but you all came to hear about one of our products, and the product is RIA Cloud Team. So The whole idea of our RIA Cloud Team is that if you don't want to offer public-facing tax services, but behind the scenes, you want to utilize CPAs, EAs, you want them to do tax planning for you and with you. You want them to do draft tax returns and illustrations. So you want a tax back office in your office. You just simply don't see that you want to market doing tax work as a marketing system. But you want to be able to say yes if you want to do a return. You want to be able to do planning, interactive planning with CPAs and EAs, and offer those kinds of services. Then this is the correct product for somebody with those kind of desires. And it's a cloud community. So when you join our cloud community, you're simply logging into a very large tax office. And I would think of this as more, if you consider it I would call it like a giant cyber hotel, right? So if you go and you log into a hotel, and I'm going to log into the cloud right now, live production. Then if you checked into a hotel, you go to your room. Well, this is a private room in our cloud. So if you joined, you would have a room that looks like this, except your logo would be here on the top left instead of this beta logo. And then you'd have all of the tools that come with RIA Cloud Team. And basically that is 17 different marketing systems. So you get 17 different ways to acquire clients. And we can acquire pre-retirees, retirees, small business owners, large business owners. We have different processes for all of those groups. And we have processes that either take capital and they kind of happen automatically, or they take time. They don't take capital, they take training. So whether you have a budget, don't have a budget, have a staff, don't have a staff, we can accommodate and show you how, if you tell us what your perfect client is, we would go out and attract them by spending capital, not time, or spending time and not capital. So that toolbox comes with every membership in our products and services. And then inside the system, most importantly, is all the collaborative help that's here. So if you think of this as joining a cyber hotel and you wanted to collaborate with somebody else in the hotel, then you'd say, well, I'm in room 104. I need to get to room 106, 108, 110. There's a CPA waiting for me. There's an attorney waiting for me. There's another practitioner waiting to do something that I want them to do. So in our system, it's very simple. You just walk out into that hallway. And we have CPA firms and managed mortgage companies and business evaluation services and Bitcoin tax specialists and architectural cost segregation and aircraft maintenance and valuation and on and on and on. We pretty much do everything that's happening in the financial services space and everything that's happening in the accounting space. So by category, you can go into our system and say, I need someone to help me with Bitcoin tax returns or Bitcoin tax planning. Or I need somebody to help me. I just need a CPA to do 1040s for me. Or I need E&O services that cover my tax planning liability as well as my RIA liability. Whatever it is that you need, trust planning, taxes, tax planning, any category, you can go into our cloud by category and then simply click on that door and hit submit, and voila, you'll be matched to a firm that's doing that. Now, what we've done with that firm is we've pre-negotiated time and price. So when you go to one of our CPAs, you know what you're going to pay for a service because it's pre-stated, and it's the same with every CPA firm in our community. Same with legal work. If you want to do a trust in the cloud, you go and you look up the kind of trust, and no matter what attorney is involved, you pay the exact same fee. You'll also have uniform time. Everything in our system happens with a timetable. So for instance, tax planning is 24 hours. During the tax season, 48 hours. But up until December 31st, if you upload a tax return into our system, you'll have your analysis the next day. Not 3 days later, not a week, not I'm sorry I was on vacation, not I'm busy, the next day. So you can build a process around our tax planning where we will facilitate how and when we say. And same with ordering tax work or ordering legal work or ordering a business valuation or anything that happens in their cloud. Time and price is automatic. So all you have to do is know those prices, those timetables, and you can build a process around that inside your office. So how we offer tax planning often brings in the largest size clients. And if you're trying to bring in large business owners or the family office, industrial level clients, the best way to get at those clients is by giving them what we call a drafted tax return. It's way different than a Holista plan or a tax clarity or a COV report. Those are data in, data out, pretty 2 or 3 page things that you could give to someone worth $10 million. But the disclaimer at the bottom is that it could be wrong. And it's not impressive enough to necessarily always get the attention of those industrial level clients. However, in our system, instead of one of those kind of Pollyanna approach, data in, data out, here's a paper you've never seen before, believe it, we'll actually go in and recreate their entire tax return in our software, and we'll assign a CPA to do that work. So when it comes back to you, it shows the tax planning techniques that you're talking about as if they're already done, and it's signed by a CPA. So this kills the deal killer. When you talk to someone of wealth and you say, well, if you just share your tax return with me, I'll have my CPA team draft in my tax planning concepts. And those concepts, my CPA will teach to your CPAs. And here's a draft of the return showing you'll save XYZ dollars. And you may now have this and take it to your CPA and ask him to look at it and tell us if it's not 100% correct. That kills the deal killer. That CPA sees another CPA's name on his client's tax return and he goes into survival mode. They really will look at the return. They really will try to find a problem with it, but they're actually going to look at what you've done instead of shooting it down automatically when the client tries to send it to you. So we find that capturing real wealthy clients takes more than the Pollyanna printout quick fix approach that's out there in the industry. And God bless them, there's nothing wrong with Holista plan or COV or tax clarity, but they have a limit to the ability to use them to close. And if you want bigger and bigger and better, wealthier clients, those stop short where we pick up and take on a real genuine value add and a real believableness of the advice, and it gets you past their CPA gatekeeper deal killer, whereas printouts don't necessarily do that kind of job. So that's how we use tax planning to get past that client that is probably you know, an A or even an A plus that doesn't necessarily always work when you're actually in the competitive arena at that size, right? So the other thing we promised you was how offering tax services to your A clients help with retention. Well, you all know you have the 80-20 rule, right? So you have a lot of usual clients in a database that you've grown over the years, but that, excuse me, top 20 clients are the ones that you don't want anybody in that household. Well, who is the other person in that household? That other person is their CPA. If you're not offering tax services to a limited A client base, then you're allowing basically an annual review of whatever you've done by an outside firm. And you know, there's a lot of advisors out there now trying to work with CPAs. There's a lot of CPAs getting licensed to 65s. They're in our business. They're either partnered with somebody in our business or they've actually licensed and getting in their business. So when you let your A client walk out of your office because you don't do taxes and annually go to this other CPA, it isn't a matter of time before they're going to get a second opinion on something you've done. So how do you stop that client retention leak from happening? You start offering tax services. So again, just as we showed you with tax what ifs and tax training in our cloud, you can come into our system, you can upload a client's tax documents, you can assign that tax work to any CPA firm. You get to pick the firm, you can go through their due diligence files, you can call them on the phone, you can talk to them. But we have fabulous CPA firms all over the country. You're in control of who you choose, where they are, how you work with them, but we've already set a time restraint and a price restraint. So you can have these CPAs and EAs doing your top 20% clients, and then they're not going out annually for that tax second opinion. And you don't have to offer it to your B clients, your C clients. You don't have to offer it as public marketing, but it can be that reserved spot for those really important clients in your firm that you just don't want them to hear what other people are having to say about your financial structures. So instead, you just start offering them very low cost, very high quality tax preparation, and you outsource to our CPAs in the cloud. Now, I should mention all of our CPAs are in the United States. They're all US citizens. They all speak English. They are real people here in the USA. We don't do anything overseas. There's no South America, no India. And not that those processes are wrong. They're fine processes. We just choose as an American firm to employ nothing but US citizens on US soil as part of our business model. And maybe we're a little more expensive or a little slower than if you use some of those other processes, but the extra added value for wealth management clients is that there's no disclaimers that work's going overseas or that it's being outsourced to some other party. So it gives, again, a depth of real credibility to a firm that when you're meeting with them and they've got a lot of money and you want to retain them in your A client processes, that you can say, and we'll do all of your tax work and we'll do it for X, or even as part of your BIPs, right? So, and then it's real CPAs that they can have real conversations with. It's not some disappear online, wait and see what I get back. It's real firms doing real work that you're really going to be day in, day out working with behind the scenes. And of course, that means those CPAs and EAs are taking the liability for the work, not you. And that's super, super important. I always ask advisors, if you're using a software approach to planning and you're using some printout, I put in the data and it's showing this data, they can do these Roth conversions. But there's a disclaimer on the bottom that says these numbers could be wrong. And you use it and you move money. And then there's a mistake made somewhere. And the software company disclaimed their liability away. Who's now liable for the mistake? So if you're using real CPAs and EAs and they're doing the calculations in real tax software and they're signing the returns, and those are what's shown to the client for those same Roth conversions. Now who's the liable party for the tax calculations? Keep the liability where it should be, not on you. So that's how we do tax client services to improve your retention. Now, how do we work with tax planning teams on both case design and presentation is a queue that we have called the Tax What If Doctor. And that's been my role, to be the lead planner in the Tax What If Doctor queue for a long, long time. I own a family office. My wife and I actually own 6 companies in the United States. We're very active in this area. And I've been an insider for a long, long time. You may be seeing me on the cover of the Senior Market Advisor. You've certainly seen some of the speaking tours where I was speaking with Ben Stein and some other people in the industry. I've been in it a long time, 42 years. I know a lot, but I also have a team that knows a lot more. We're the real deal in here. We don't have an axe to grind. We don't have a product to sell. What you're going to get from us is real planning. So how do you do that in the cloud? You simply upload a tax return to our system, right? It's a PDF on your desktop. You upload it to a cabinet with your client's name on it, and you assign it to our tax planning queue. And then overnight, you're going to get back those tax results. So I'll go live production here. This isn't navigation that you'd get. This is because I'm a master administrator here in the cloud. And I want to go into there and there. So this is a live queue. And then every day, advisors all around the country are uploading tax work to the system. Even CPA firms are uploading tax work because they don't know tax planning. They know accounting, they know preparation, but they don't understand all the nuances of planning. So even CPA firms are uploading work to our cloud. And then as those alerts come in, and these are firms over the last week, over the last 2 weeks, over the last month, all around the country, and they're uploading tax work, and we're going in and we're looking at those returns, and then we're sending back real tax planning information, and we're having communications with the advisor to make sure that all of the nuances and all of the advice is understood. Then we're helping them get the work to the CPAs. We're having the CPA draft the concepts on real software to really see the tax calculations that are going to take place the following year. It's just more work, but better work than simple softwares where data entry, data in, data out, mistake in, mistake out. It's the adult version of those options where I really want to see this as if the tax return's already done next year. I really want to move the liability to somebody that should have that liability. I really want to comprehend all of the steps in this process. I want to have people that will educate me. So as I'm selling, I'm in ongoing education. A couple of years out, I'm going to be a better planner. I'm going to know more than I know went in. That's the people that we're looking for. If you just want quick fixes and quick sales, use software. If you want to learn tax planning and have people behind you that are high level and can comprehend what you need and warn you of problems that you might not have seen and really help you develop a master tax planning practice, that's us, right? So I'm running out of time, and I want to cover the last thing I would show you, and that's how tax planning works with the CPAs. I did that. And so, you know, really the most important thing is that we want to give you a sample of our work. You give us a tax return. It could be a client's tax return redacted. It could be your own tax return, but you give us a tax return in our private cloud community. It's not going to go over the internet. Very highly secure. We're a highly secure, cybersecurity conscious company. We have great protocols for making sure data never touches the internet and can't be hacked. You give us that file, we'll go in overnight, we'll do the examination, and then you'll know whether or not you're getting a product that you would be proud to take back to your clients. And you'd also know whether you really know everything you need to know, or whether maybe there's some education coming your way and that you're going to learn and expand and know more things about tax planning. So all you have to do is take a quick 30-minute demo of this system, go through it. We'll help you upload a return to it. We'll give you that free examination. And we really want to thank you for just giving us this time today to take a quick peek under our hood and understand our value proposition, because we know we can help your practice grow, and we can also take away certain liabilities that you shouldn't have, that you will probably giving yourself inadvertently, right? So one thing to get your demonstration time is simply go to this website, right? So this is RIACloudTeam.com. Let me say it a couple more times. It's like the logo here, RIACloudTeam.com. If you've got your phone with you and you haven't written this down, take a quick pick, RIACloudTeam.com. When you get to this website, there's a request for demo button right under our little video about our services. Hit that request demo now button, and it will allow you to select either a 30-minute demo or a 60-minute demo. And it will arrange our calendar so that all of our people that take you on guided tours can give you the tour, but more importantly, at the end of that little tour, they'll help you make a cabinet, upload a tax return to it, get that off to the tax what if team so that you'll have an analysis back. And there's no obligation to that. We just want to show you the power of the engine under the hood. And then if you decide to join us, we're a subscription service and we're not very expensive, but we're an annual fee. You join the cloud, you build your teams, we train and train and train and train, and hopefully we make you a better advisor at the end of the day. So that's our time. We didn't want to go more than a half an hour. We really appreciate you paying attention. You know how to get that free demonstration from us. You know what we're about. And again, spend a little time on the United Cloud Partners website. Check out the testimonials page. We're real, and we can help you become a much better planner. So that's all we've got to say. We appreciate your time, and go to our site, go to RIA Cloud Team. Under our video is the Request a Demo Now button. Schedule a 30 or a 60-minute demonstration, and part of that demonstration will be a free tax analysis for you or one of your prospects, suspects, or clients. And we thank you so much for attending. Hope to see you in our cloud.